Zoos are fun experiences for everyone. We get to learn about beautiful and exotic animals that most of us don't get to see often. We also get to hang out with friends and family. But it is not this way for the animals that stay here. We should get rid of all zoos. When animals are taken away from their natural environmental habitat, they can't survive when they get realized back into the wild. Back in 2019, director of international programs at PETA states that zoos are prisons for animals, camouflaging their cruelty with conservation claims. Thus, zoos should be banned since animals are deprived of their freedom. Doris Lim 2021 mentions that animals in captivity suffer from boredom, stress, and confinement. No matter how human or drive-through safari can compare to the freedom of the wild. So animals in zoos suffer tremendously, both physically and mentally, since they often display neurotic behaviors such as repetitive walking, swaying, and bar biting. Some animals even travel hundreds of miles each year and get put into the habitat a fraction of the size, with not space to run or other actions. The animals have people staring and pointing at them through the glass, and they cannot get away from it because most zoo enclosures don't have space for the animals to hide. And some of the animals get taken away from their natural climates. Animals like penguins and polar bears who live in the freezing cold get put into enclosures that are a lot warmer. The animals don't have variety in what they get fed either. They get the same meals each day at the exact same time. Just think about how you feel in this confinement. Well, that's how animals feel in zoos. Also, Wheeler claims when animals are born in captivity, they become dependent on humans. This means that the animals become dependent on humans because when they are in captivity, they lose their natural instincts. Then, when they get realized back into the wild, the animals can survive, as I mentioned before, and a lot of them die. The animals look for humans to take care of them and feed them. But when they can't find them, they don't know what to do. They can't find any food, so they starve to death. On the other hand, Miller claims that enclosures at a zoo alter the natural behavior of the animal. Zoos aren't safer for humans either. Some of the animals are very unhappy, so they lash out or hurt or even kill people. Most of the time, the animals hurt workers or trainers. In 2016, a 3 years old climbed over a fence and got into the endangered gorilla's cage. The workers ended up having to shoot the gorilla to save the kid. This wouldn't have happened if we didn't have zoos. Finally, we should get rid of the zoo because they take the animals away from their natural habitat. The animals can't live in the wild anymore, and zoos aren't safer for humans, for anyone. Some people say that animals in zoos live longer, but even though they could live longer, They live an unhappy and lonely life. We should not put animals in zoos. Therefore, zoos should be banned.